18th time national champs play here.
The dynasty has come back.
Join us this Saturday as the Bison welcome Youngstown State to the Fargo Dome. Our coverage begins at 1:30 on your home for Bison football. The Pioneer Seeds Bison Sports Network from Learfield.
It's Morning Talk on
Not gonna lie, nothing but technical issues this morning.
It sounds like you picked up a bug over the weekend, too. Well, shoot. That's no good. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, kind of a grumpy old day out there, too.
It is.
Windy, and I tell you what, you know how I hate wind. But, boy, I tell you, the wind has really stolen some of our beautiful fall weather. We've had this beautiful rolling out there yesterday. Could barely push the door open from the cabin. That's maybe as high as I've seen the waves in a very long time. It was, it was not a nice day at the lake. That is for sure. But anyway, it kind of feels like we're getting into. It's looking more like fall too, because these awful winds have taken down most of the pretty leaves, which is sort of sad. But it feels like we've kind of moved on in terms of seasons. And it's looking a little more bleak out there, I feel like. So anyway, that makes me sad. I'm not quite ready to move into the next deal.
I got out there a little bit on a Saturday because this started coming in on Friday. And my wife's like, there's no way you're going to want to do anything on Saturday. So let's get out, get it done.
Oh.
So we got it blown out. I always blow out the water twice. So I blew out the water twice. Got the dock out. It's funny, though, I got out there, started working on stuff, and realized I left the tow ropes in Fergus.
Oh, goodness.
So I had to turn around at about 2 o'clock, run back to Fergus. Came, assist, and we're like, is everybody okay? And they're like, yeah, everybody's up moving. So
okay. Oh, good. That's good.
They did take the lady to the ER for precautionary measures.
Okay. Well, that was nice of you guys to pull over and see if anyone needed help. So, so you're closed up.
I'm fairly closed up.
Yeah. Just about closed up. That's kind of where we are too. We haven't turned the water off yet, but that's going to happen here in the next couple of days. So
I've got the water off. It's just there's a couple things I've got to fix up. I've got to get the car out there. I've got a handful of things I still got to do out there.
Yeah, we've got a handful of things still
It's a couple things where it's just don't drink any coffee before you go out there. You'll be fine.
Yeah. Well, we've still got water on, but that's going to probably happen this week. And for all, I guess, intents and purposes, I have made the move. So went for the final walk this morning out at the lake and loaded up and grabbed my bike and loaded up the car. And I'm officially a Fergus Falls resident now, I think.
It was nice. We were the last quitters on the beach.
Were you? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I think, well, there's one dock in next door to us, but they always leave it like till just about ice. Yeah. And they're not even there. And I suppose sort of out of sight, out of mind. But they are about the only people on our entire shore who have a dock in.
I think there's somebody way down from us that has their dock out.
Yep.
But
I like the fact that...
The immediate shore, nobody else.
Yeah, I like the fact that you are now referring to them as quitters, too.
They are the quitters.
Well, anyway, it did feel like lake season kind of came to an end. Everything just looks so bleak out there now.
It does.
After the wind blew all the leaves down. I tell you what, this wind you heard me talking, you were getting stuff set up, but it really did steal some of our fall. I mean, we would have had, like yesterday would have been a beautiful day, but it was just awful. It was just awful. I couldn't really even like load things, making trips from the cabin to the car because I couldn't hardly get out the door.
See, the nice thing with our cabin is the stuff that's out there is out there, and the stuff that isn't. So we don't really we've got our cabin clothes, we got our cabin stuff that stays there.
Yeah, I don't have cabin clothes necessarily. I leave a few things out there, but that's pretty much all we haul in. But we haul in like the TV and the coffee maker and those electronics that don't like the cold. So anyway, tis the season, I guess. So I'm still living at the lake and I'm shopping for Christmas. I don't know. It doesn't really go together, but it works. Well, okay. So we had some success in Fergus Falls football over the weekend.
Yeah, big victory over Detroit Lakes.
Fergus Falls goes ahead. Hillcrest goes ahead. We had kind of a rough start on Saturday afternoon to our game.
Yeah, how'd that end up? Because I turned over to
50 to 22. So it ended up being an easy win. But boy, I tell you what,
Rothsay is a good team.
Rothsay is a good team, and they came fired up and they came to play, boy. And it was no easy feat. The score is really not indicative of how the game went because they were there to win. And they made us look kind of like we weren't quite prepared, or we were a little shaky.
Maybe they thought they were going to just walk
first
through
quarter. Well, but I always say it's tournament time. You never know. And you've beat the team once. Tough to beat that team the second time around. And boy, I was not. I was maybe as nervous as I've been at a game yet this year. So it's been a really fun year. Our team, of course, now Hillcrest is undefeated going into the that was the second week of playoffs. So now, in fact, my grandson came running off the field and he said, it only took 38 games to get us to the Fargo Dome. So he's been counting games since 9th grade. And they've just about gotten there. And then, so this is the best season, of course, they've had in a very long time. So it was really a fun win. And last game played for my one grandson on that field because he's a senior. So that was it at Hillcrest Field. But they're pretty excited for Thursday's game. And in fact, I may have to have Derek sit in for me on Thursday because it's an 11 o'clock game.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So we might
have Derek in.
Yeah, we might have to have somebody punt for me on Thursday because clearly I'm going to be at that game. Yeah, weird time. I think it's a weird time to get kids fired up for a game at 11:30 in the morning, but that's how it goes.
It's an all-day thing up at the Fargo Dome.
I'm sure it is. What do the Otters also play?
Nope,
Thursday?
they play at Otter Stadium.
Oh, they do. Okay,
it's a home game.
All right. Okay. Well, anyway, it's fun to see our Fergus teams go to the next round. We are definitely in postseason, and Fergus Falls had a great win. The Otter ladies had a great win in volleyball too.
Oh, nice.
Against Rocori, so they are going on. So it's been a fun postseason in a lot of sports. All right, let's get to a little bit of news before the bottom of the hour. Flights bound for LA International Airport were temporarily grounded. This was yesterday morning because of staffing shortages at an air traffic control center. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy told Fox News that more controllers were calling in sick as that government shutdown left them unpaid.
Oh, we need to get this thing figured out.
Boy, that's for sure. Similar staffing issues also disrupted flights at Newark, Teterboro, and Fort Myers airports. French prosecutors confirmed yesterday, that they did make an arrest in the daylight theft of jewels worth over $100 million from the Louvre Museum. The jewels were stolen last Sunday in a brazen heist that happened right in the middle of the day. Thieves posing as workers who entered through a second-floor window. And Interpol has listed the missing pieces in its stolen works of art database. And I believe they picked up one or maybe two guys. I'm not sure.
I thought there was at least two.
Okay, so there's still a couple of those guys on the lam.
The thing I get the biggest kick out of, and I saw it yesterday, was the company that made that boom truck that they used to get up to the second floor. They're like, if you need to work quickly, use this.
Oh, boy.
And they had the photo of them outside the Louvre.
Yeah, well, I guess that was a true statement, right? If you need to work
I just thought that
quickly,
was so
use
funny.
this.
And
Yeah.
people are like, well, it's in bad taste. And like, okay, this company's photos plastered all over the place.
It is. It is.
So they're like, may as well use it to your advantage.
Yeah, for sure. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent said Sunday that President Trump and Chinese President Xi Jinping could finalize the TikTok deal on Thursday in Korea.
Oh, my God, we're still talking about that?
Still talking about that. We reached a final deal on TikTok. We reached one in Madrid, and I believe that as of today, all the details are ironed out, Bessent said. Trump signed an executive order in late September to complete the $14 billion agreement. So, I don't know. We don't have a signed document yet. So
here's the deal. If you share your stuff on TikTok, the Chinese people are going to know about it.
Yep.
Just it's like cigarettes. If you smoke them, you're going to get cancer.
Yeah, I mean, it's just
go with it like that. It's like,
right.
That's bad for you.
Right. Department of Agriculture has announced that federal food aid will not be distributed on November 1st if the government shutdown does continue. The agency's notice follows the Trump administration's decision not to use about $5 billion in contingency funds to maintain supplemental nutritional assistance programs, or SNAP payments. SNAP supports roughly 1 in 8 Americans. And this was a sad story. Former New York Jets center Nick Mangold died at the age of 41 from complications of kidney disease. He's been struggling with it for a time. 7-time Pro Bowler recently shared that he was on dialysis and searching for a kidney donor. It seems that none of his family members had a match. He also had type O blood, which of course makes it even harder to find. Mangold played for the Jets from 2006 to 2016 and was inducted into the team's Ring of Honor in 2022. Team owner Woody Johnson called him the heartbeat of our offensive line for a decade. So sad things that he finally succumbed to that. They were unable to find a donor for him. Let's see what else we have for you. Sam O'Hara filed a federal lawsuit Thursday against Washington, D.C., claiming that police violated his constitutional rights by detaining him for playing the Imperial March from Star Wars.
This is funny.
While following Ohio National Guard troops. The 35-year-old artist was handcuffed for 15 to 20 minutes on September 11th before being released without charges. He told the AP, it feels surreal and dystopian, and I feel like I'm living in a Star Wars episode or movie. And this is like an invading dark force. His ACLU-backed lawsuit seeks damages against the 4 police officers and 1 guard member for alleged First and Fourth Amendment violations.
Technically, what he was doing was harassment.
Right. The case stems from Trump's deployment of over 2,300 National Guard troops from 8 states to patrol Washington. So that's...
Although, can you imagine just walking around at work going, dun, 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 dun,
yeah, I know.
dun. I'm not going to lie. If that was me, if I was a National Guard guy and I was walking around and I heard the Imperial March, I'd be like, yeah, don't mess with me.
Yeah.
I'd be like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
But again, if you do it in a harassing way, you get cuffed for a couple minutes.
I guess. And then you sue. That's just how it goes.
That's probably that's what his angle was.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. So anyway, when we come back, there's a couple of stories we're going to cover. Side hustles are the big thing these days
Gotta get a side hustle.
People can't make ends meet, so they have to come up with something for a side hustle. They're turning to these really quirky things to earn extra cash. We'll tell you about that.
And I will tell you the dangers of a side hustle, too.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right. Dangers of the side hustle. Wow. We'll learn more about that. And a woman is charged after shooting at an HVAC repairman over a $70 service fee. Oh, boy. People behaving badly, right?
There's a lot of dumb people in this world.
Boy, that's for sure. Anyway, those two stories coming up after the break. Break for some market information. We'll talk with Mary out at the American Legion, and we'll be back with more on Morning Talk.
Back with more Morning Talk with Mary Dolan and Dave Bishop. Brought to you by Pioneer Care and Fergus Falls Monument Company. After the markets on News Talk 1250 KBRF. Depend on it.
The four letters that define winning. N-D-S-U.
Fires end zone, touchdown!
The 18th time national champs play here.
The dynasty has come back!
Join us this Saturday as the Bison welcome Youngstown State to the Fargo Dome. Our coverage begins at 1:30 on your home for Bison football. The Pioneer Seeds Bison Sports Network from Learfield.
Why are interscholastic sports called the last classroom of the day? Because they teach students important life lessons like teamwork, accountability, and perseverance. School sports are so much more than a game. They're about developing the whole person. That's why they're an essential part of every student's education.
Encourage your student to participate in the last classroom of the day. Interscholastic sports in Minnesota. This message presented by the MSHSL and the Minnesota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Previously on the Under the Hood Show. When I was a kid, I had a chance to get a chemistry set.
I got
only
the
I'd have
chemistry
known.
set, and I started experimenting with the baking soda and the vinegar thing, and how cool that was. And, of course, I had to overdo it like I do everything. And I got it on a little bigger level, and I got in a lot of trouble, and we had to buy new carpet for the living room. It was not good.
You should listen to the Nordstrom's Under the Hood Show with the Motor Medics right here, KBRF, 1250 a.m., every Saturday at 10 a.m.
The right coaxing can give you fragrant springtime blooms in the middle of winter. We will tell you how we fool Mother Nature on the Old Farmer's Almanac Radio Report. With more practical tips and useful advice, this is the Old Farmer's Almanac Radio Report for Monday, October 27th, the 300th day of the year. 26th President Teddy Roosevelt was born on this day, and 23 years ago, the California Angels won their first World Series championship. Now's the time for planting spring blooming bulbs. But if you'd rather not wait for spring, you can coax some blooms indoors during the winter months. Here's a method that works well for Dutch hyacinth. Put 3 or 4 bulbs in a bowl with good potting soil, keeping the tops exposed. Store in a cool, dark place for 8 to 12 weeks while keeping the soil moistened. Once the flower spikes reach 2 to 3 inches, bring them into the light in a cool room. Turn frequently for even growth, and you'll be enjoying fragrant hyacinth in your home, maybe even for Christmas. That's the Old Farmer's Almanac Radio Report. Learn more at almanac.com.
KBRF presents Where to Eat, the culinary adventure sponsored by Dandelion and Burdock and Service Food in Fergus Falls.
Hi, I'm Zach Daniels.
And I'm Dave Bishop, your guides to the region's culinary treasures.
Join us as we explore various restaurants, uncover delicious meals, and highlight each restaurant's signature dish.
Experience diverse cuisine types, unique atmospheres, and must-try dishes. Check it out on KBRFradio.com and the Fergus Now app.
New episodes air every first Friday of the month. Where to Eat, powered by Dandelion and Burdock and Service Food of Fergus Falls.
News Talk 1250 KBRF wants to honor our heroes who served and are serving our great country. It's the Veterans Day Salute presented by Fergus Monument Company, and we'd love for you to help us say thanks. Just head to the Fergus Now app or our Facebook page. Click the link and fill out the form to nominate your friend or family member who proudly served, or text the word VETS to 218-321-1926, and we'll send you the link so you can nominate your hero for the Veterans Day Salute with News Talk 1250 KBRF.
News, talk, sports, and ag information. News Talk 1250 AM KBRF, Fergus Falls. Depend on it.
Good morning. Market update time here on the Red River Farm Network. I'm Tyler Donaldson. Grains market starting out the week with big boost here from some positive news coming out of trade discussions with China. Total Farm Marketing market analyst Brandon Doherty says the grains markets here, they're reacting positively to announcement from U.S. and China of a potential trade agreement in place ahead of this week's meeting between Presidents Trump and China's Xi.
Big news over the weekend is obviously that Secretary Bessent made some comments that the U.S. and China have come to some type of trade agreement. Now, to my understanding, this has maybe been approved by the negotiators. However, it hasn't been fully realized or signed yet. So there's still a little bit of uncertainty here, but I think there's definitely some optimism and hope that this is the real deal and that we're going to get an official trade deal with China. From what I heard, the details of this agreement will be released on this Thursday. So that does have beans up. I think that's pulling wheat and corn along with it.
Cattle markets see expanded limit loss trading, lower in feeder contracts.
Kind of the same thing in the cattle market. I think we saw some weakness into last week. I think that momentum is just continuing into Monday here. And there's probably some additional pressure as future stops are triggered. That just pushes the market lower. And, again, the live cattle are not quite limit down. This morning, limit there is 1075.
Reporting agriculture's business, you're listening to the Red River Farm Network.
From sugar beet fields to dairy facilities, producers count on an operating line of credit from Ag Country Farm Credit Services to help make their operations more profitable. With multi-year commitment options, digital tools and remote deposit, and the ability to only borrow what you need when you need it, our operating line of credit makes financing your needs easier. Visit agcountry.com/line of credit or call 800-450-9858 to learn more. Terms apply. See website for details.
Introducing this year's Instinct Next Gen and N-Serve nitrogen stabilizers, featuring the same leading active as always. And now announcing nothing new, because our performance still leads every competitor.
Our nitrogen stabilizers aren't new. They're proven with thousands of field trials and decades of experience leading the competition. No gimmicks, no empty promises. Now that deserves some hype.
Go to Corteva.us/hype to learn more.
Farmers and ranchers depend on farm radio. In fact, the average farm has 11 radios. Over half of our farm listeners have 20 or more radios on the farm. The Red River Farm Network is your go-to source for farm news, markets, and weather. Dedicated, determined, dependable. Don Wick, Jamie Dickerman, Tyler Donaldson, Drew Lerner on the Red River Farm Network. We're the Red River Farm Network, and we're reporting agriculture's business.
October is National Co-op Month. Member-owned farm cooperatives create local jobs and improve food security. 2 million U.S. farmers are members of more than 2,100 ag and retail purchasing co-ops. These co-ops reinvest in their community. During National Co-op Month, Associated Milk Producers Incorporated and its Dinnerville Creamery, the North Dakota Farmers Union, and the Red River Farm Network recognize the role cooperatives play in our lives. Remember, cooperatives build a better world.
December wheat Minneapolis is 7.5 higher to 564.5. Chicago December wheat's 15.5 higher at 528. KC December hard red winter wheat's up 13.5 cents to 515.25. December corn 3.5 higher at 427. November soybeans are 22.5 cents higher at 1064 3/4. November canola in Winnipeg's 410 per metric ton higher to 621.60 Canadian. October live cattle are 287 lower to 230.87. October feeders 567 lower to 348.62. December hogs 15 cents lower at 81.75. This is the Red River Farm Network.
I'm Jessica at the Fergus Falls Monument Company. I'm the first person you see when you come through the door, and I also talk to customers every day on the phone. Many of them find choosing a memorial ahead of time is convenient and works best when there is time to plan and think about it. Planning ahead not only gets you the everlasting memorial of your choice, it also helps your family through the grieving process. At Fergus Falls Monument, we can help you plan ahead and choose a memorial made right here locally. Call or stop in or visit us online at foreverstonememorials.com.
What's the Ox say? Today on Hot Talk with the Ox. Right away, hear how homecoming weekend went in good old St. Cloud. Then will the Ox's prediction of a deal to open the government come true? Also, Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem, Ice Barbie, paid a visit to the North Star State. Hear what she told us. Back by popular demand, though, kicking off the show, heard it on Hot Talk. Did you or didn't you? See you for Hot Talk with the Ox today from 2 to 5 on KBRF.
What's the Ox say? Community is important, and you'll find it at Pioneer Point. Spacious apartments, thoughtfully designed for older adults, provide the best in senior living. Heated parking and elevator access makes life easy. Your neighbors at Pioneer Point hold a welcoming, family-like approach to living. Choosing from an array of special features and options, you'll find many ways to define your lifestyle at Pioneer Point. Call or schedule your tour online today at pioneercare.org.
News Talk 1250 KBRF wants to honor our heroes who served and are serving our great country. It's the Veterans Day Salute presented by Fergus Monument Company, and we'd love for you to help us say thanks. Just head to the Fergus Now app or our Facebook page. Click the link and fill out the form to nominate your friend or family member who proudly served, or text the word VETS to 218-321-1926, and we'll send you the link so you can nominate your hero for the Veterans Day Salute with News Talk 1250 KBRF.
There we go. News Talk 1250 KBRF. Listen anytime, any place with the Fergus Now app on your phone. It's 9:37. One of my favorite segments of the week. Two Marys and a Dave.
All right, and we say good morning to Mary at the American Legion. Good morning, Mary.
Good morning. How are you?
Well, good.
Better than Dave, huh?
What?
Better than Dave.
Better
huh?
than Dave, I am. I know. He sounds a little rough today, but yeah. So we'll have to do what we can to. I don't know. Tea and honey. I don't know what we do for him, but
I think some chicken wild rice soup will work. I'll make
maybe that would do it. So is that what you'll be serving up this week sometime?
Sure. We'll have chicken wild rice soup on Wednesday because of Dave.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Yeah, someone's got to help him out, right? All right. Well, good to have that. And of course, every Wednesday through Saturday, we get to count on American Legion for some great food and a Wednesday special. So let's talk about that.
The Wednesday special this week is going to be a chicken supreme sandwich on a sweet potato bun. It's a new bun we found that's really tasty, and it pairs really well with that chicken supreme sandwich, along with some JoJo's and a pumpkin bar.
Oh, very fall-ish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very tasty. Yep.
Okay, so tell us about the chicken supreme sandwich. I see a picture of it, I think, or I see it in person, and I'm like, oh, this is so good. But I'd like for people to know what's on it.
It's a grilled chicken breast with cheese and bacon and barbecue sauce. And it comes on a toasted bun typically, but for the special we're using our sweet potato buns. And it comes with JoJo potatoes, which are amazing by themselves, but even better with the chicken supreme, and then a pumpkin bar.
Okay, that sounds great. Boy, sweet potato buns.
Yeah,
really
I
like sweet potato anything.
It's not overwhelmingly sweet, so don't be afraid of it.
Okay.
It's just a good bun.
Oh, that sounds great. Okay. Well, that's the Wednesday special. We've got a week, well, just a few days, about 5 days left of October, believe it or not. And so those dessert specials for October are what?
They are an apple spice cake with walnuts, a pumpkin layered cheesecake, and a cookies and cream ice cream dessert, along with all of our regular things. But those three are the features this month, and they've all been selling well.
All right.
Very delicious.
Okay, well, probably time to start thinking about the next round, right? I can't believe we'll be in November next time we talk.
I know. I have thought about the next round, but I haven't come up with things yet. I don't want to confuse you, so
no, we won't.
Week.
Yeah, we won't give you no pressure. You just take your time on that. We'll enjoy all the good things that you'll be cooking up this week. So, open, Mary, every Wednesday through Saturday.
Yep, Wednesday through Saturday for dine-in from 3 till 8. And our carryout is Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday from 11 to 8, and Saturdays again from 3 till 8.
Okay. All right. It sounds delicious. And looking forward to trying that sweet potato bun. So that's...
it's worth a try, for sure.
Okay, absolutely.
One other thing I need to mention is Veterans Day is fast approaching on November 11th.
It is.
So we're having our stew that day from 11 to 1, and then at 1 o'clock we're having a program by members of the local chapter of the DAR, the Daughters of the American Revolution. They're going to honor all veterans who served between 1955 and 1975, and then personally thank all Vietnam veterans that are there. So please join us. Stew starting at 11 and the program at 1.
Okay. That sounds great. All right. We'll look forward to that coming up on November 11th.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, Mary, what's the number to call if we've got any questions, we want to order something, get on the list for the Wednesday special?
Give us a call at 739-4633.
All right. Mary, have a great week. We'll talk soon.
You as well.
Okay.
Take care.
Bye-bye. Mary from the American Legion, our guest and sponsor on the show. So, well.
Sounds good.
I know. Doesn't it sound good? Something a little different. And by the way, I got an email over the weekend from Tom Hinchin, and he said, this might be good for your show today. It is the 27th of October, and you heard that on the last newscast too. Theodore Roosevelt's birthday today.
Oh, okay.
Celebrate the birth of America's 26th president, Theodore Roosevelt, a man who dared greatly, thought boldly, lived passionately, and cared deeply. And, of course, soon a one-of-a-kind presidential library will be ready out in the Badlands to honor his extraordinary legacy every day of the year. So
I'm shocked he doesn't have a presidential library yet.
Well, they're building it. It's actually happening right now. So anyway, that's cool. So he was an incredible guy, and I have been hearing so much about Teddy Roosevelt the last week or so, and I thought, well, what is the push for Teddy Roosevelt? But there you have it. It's his birthday. Yep. So anyway, happy birthday.
Kind of makes you want to run out to Medora and watch the musical.
Oh, I know. And Medora, I just love Medora. That's really a fun. I wish it was just a little bit closer, but
it's a bit of a drive.
It is a bit of a drive for sure. All right, side hustles. Do you want to talk about your story about beware?
Yeah, beware of side hustles, especially when it comes to tax time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because you're going to have to file taxes differently than you're used to. Even if you make over $500, you have to
report it.
Well, not only do you have to report it, but you have to report it as a business, and so you have to do business taxes, and you have to do a bunch of other stuff.
Okay.
And it's
so that might keep you from wanting to do your side hustle.
I know somebody who did Amazon deliveries for a side hustle and got hit hard with taxes to the point where it wasn't even worth it.
Oh, okay. So if you are a delivery driver for Amazon, that is a business?
You are a contract employee, and you have your own business. So you have to file your own business taxes.
Oh, gosh. Do they tell you that when you sign up to be a driver?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I wonder. Because a lot of people are doing that as a side hustle. Yeah. Well, anyway, it says here that more and more workers are embracing unusual side hustles, including, get this, professional line sitting and breakup text writing services. So if you got to break up with somebody, you can send a text and you can have somebody create the text for you.
It's not me, it's you.
Yeah. A survey of adults with side hustles found about 30% of their extra income come from these kind of quirky methods. Other unique ventures include creating custom jingles.
That's not usually a side hustle, that's a job.
That is a job. How about this one? I don't even know what to think of this. Miniature graveyards. I don't know how you get a side hustle from that.
That's a little creepy.
It is. Serving as rent-a-friend services. Wow, if you have to rent a friend,
desperate.
That's bad.
That sounds like you're going to end up in somebody's trunk.
It kind of does. They say that the younger generation are particularly the ones who are, jumping into these
Get your side hustle
entrepreneurial kinds of things, willing to turn their side hustle into full-time work compared to those of us who are a little bit older. Despite earning supplementary income, About half of those people polled don't view themselves as small business owners, but
you are in the eyes of the IRS.
The IRS certainly does. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So anyway, that one. And here is a woman. This is how tempers have just gotten out of hand, and people think that they can just do whatever they want to if they get mad over something. Well, Reba Wilson faces multiple charges after allegedly firing at an HVAC tech when he requested a $70 diagnostic fee for her dryer repair. Wilson refused payment. Well, what, does she think the guy's coming for free or what? Anyway, claiming warranty coverage, then pointed a gun at him and said, "You're going to fix my dryer." Wow, bad day.
You're going to jail.
Yeah, well,
real
anyway,
quickly.
She said, "I don't want to pay that." And he said, "Well, I don't work for free." He pretended to work on the appliance before escaping through the back door as Wilson fired a shot and yelled, "I'll pop a cap in your butt," she said. She used a different word, but anyway. Police discovered a shell casing on the dryer and a gun under Wilson's couch. She appeared in court Friday on charges including criminal recklessness, intimidation, criminal confinement, pointing a firearm, and being a serious violent felon in possession of a weapon. So clearly she's had a run-in before.
Not her first time inside the court of law.
No, I guess not. So anyway, that's the deal there. Let's see what else we have for you. Research is finding that nearly 1/3 of adults have some sort of sleep issue.
I just can't sleep.
Me neither. But you know what? I don't know if this is probably just a sign of my age, but it seems like more conversations with people end up talking about how poorly we all sleep. And so maybe it's an age thing. I don't know. But sleep is a big deal. Anyway, they say that about 20% of people have moderate sleep concerns. And anyway, some of them say that they are significant issues. Well, if you can't sleep, that's terrible.
Your day's miserable.
And most of the time, I don't have too much trouble going to sleep. It's staying asleep. But a lot of people have trouble even going to sleep.
I have problems going to sleep, and then if I get up to use the restroom, I have problems getting back to sleep.
Do you? Yeah. Okay. Oh, boy. Well, anyway, poor headaches, or poor sleep, rather, causes headaches. It reduces productivity, and it helps, it kind of keeps you from maintaining that healthy lifestyle. If you can't get sleep, sleep is super important. Sleep and being hydrated, I think, are two of the most important things that I was going to say the easiest things to do, but sleep for a lot of people isn't very easy.
But staying hydrated is.
Yeah, absolutely. So anyway, there you go. A study shows 2/3 of Gen Zers they are comfortable wearing stained clothing.
I've got a couple stained clothes.
Do you?
Yeah.
I mean, if it's a permanent stain, I just get rid of it.
Well, I mean, I've got, like paint on my work pants. And
well, that's different if they're your work pants. I mean, but it's not like...
But like if I'm headed to Home Depot when I'm working,
yeah, it's not like you're going to wear those like, oh, let's go out for dinner. I'm going to put on my paint jeans.
I will always remember, okay, when I first came in to get my application here at the station, I walked in, our lovely receptionist, Joanne, was at the reception hall, and I talked to her, hey, looking to see if I can, get a job here. So she's looking for applications, and then Marilyn, who I've known ever since I was a little kid, walked by. She was one of our salespeople at the time, says, hey, Dave, are you here to cut another ad? I'm like, no, I'm here to see if I can get a job. She goes, oh, let's take you down to Stan. And I remember walking in, and Stan had a stained Z103 T-shirt, cut off jorts with paint all over them.
Yeah, that was Stan.
And then I did my interview. I'm wearing a nice double-breasted suit, and he was once again stained Z103 T-shirt, cut off jorts.
Yep, that was Stan. And that's the beauty of radio until today.
Yeah.
Now we have streaming,
Video.
So we have to be a little more careful.
But I had to laugh because he's like, oh, don't worry, we don't have a dress code. Well, I got hired about the exact same time Doug did. And Doug
Actually, there
immediately-
was a dress code.
Was
he
there?
just never abided by it.
But I know Doug put in the dress code, and Doug was
Yeah.
like, you guys are not going to look like, homeless.
Yes, absolutely. How about this one? There is a guy that launched a Taylor Swift fan club at a retirement community
Sure,
in
why not?
Omaha. Oh, boy. I really don't understand the draw.
She
But what I
sings
do
a-
think is whoever is managing her marketing,
Experts.
they must be genius.
She's got a whole song about losing a scarf. I mean, that's right up retirement people's.
Maybe so. Anyway, I also, though, have read on the other flip side of that, a lot of parents coming out saying, you know what, parents, are you really listening to all of the lyrics in her songs? Do you really know what she stands for? Do you really want your 12 and 13 and 14-year-old girls to just be, just crazy about Taylor Swift? I don't know.
Apparently, she's got an entire song about Travis Kelce's man parts.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, really, so parents, take a look and maybe don't idolize Taylor Swift at your house. I don't know. I don't know anything about her, so I'll just leave it there. I know that I get sick and tired of hearing about her.
I get tired of hearing about her.
Yeah. Anyway, this guy says, I know some people, the 95-year-old told a TV station during an interview that he wants to receive responses to fan letters, but never has. Anyway, they sent a bunch of fan letters, never heard anything back. But anyway, he started this club at the retirement community. Anyway, club membership rapidly grew from 10 to 20 members, then into triple digits. Now residents now need sponsors to join due to high demand. The fan club has attracted nationwide attention from Swift's fan base, with supporters like Molly from North Carolina sending cookies, friendship bracelets, and encouragement. She says, I love reading your story and hope these cookies and bracelets make your life of a showgirl listening party a little more enjoyable. Anyway, so far, I think they're just having fun in-house. So far, they've heard zip from Taylor Swift.
Well, after with National here, I'm pretty sure they're going to hear from her.
Do you think?
Oh, she's a marketing genius.
Well, somebody's going to send a letter for sure. I would sure think so. Television icon June Lockhart passed away. She was 100. She was the actress who portrayed mothers on classic TV, series such as Lassie and Lost in Space.
Lost in Space.
Yeah, died Thursday at the age of 100. Passed away from natural causes at her Santa Monica home. She played Ruth Martin on Lassie from 1958 and appeared in over 200 episodes. And she even earned an Emmy nomination in 1959. She later starred as Maureen Robinson. Remember Will Robinson?
Danger, Will Robinson.
Yeah.
Danger.
On Lost in Space from 1965 to 68. And Dr. Janet Craig, I remember that, on Petticoat Junction.
Yeah, I missed that one.
Until 1970. That's why you missed it. Born June 25th, 1925 in New York City, she was the daughter of Oscar-nominated character actor Gene Lockhart. She won the first Tony Award for Outstanding Newcomer in 1947 for Love or Money. NASA honored her with its Exceptional Public Achievement Medal in 2013, and survivors include her daughters Anne and June Lockhart, plus 4 grandchildren. So there you go. Well, it appears we are in the midst of Halloween because Chainsaw Man is the latest movie with a win of $17 million in its debut.
Is that like the anime, or is there... let's go to the...
Yeah, no. The Chainsaw Man, the movie, Ree's Arc. Yeah, anyway, made over $17 million over the weekend on opening weekend. So other movies that are up there, Black Phone 2, Regretting You, Deliver Me from Nowhere, and Tron.
Yeah, it's an anime.
Okay.
I've heard of the Chainsaw Man anime, but I've never.
No. Anyway, so none of which I have.
His head
even
becomes a
heard
chainsaw.
of. Yeah. All right. Well, that sort of wraps up a Monday, and so yeah, hang on to your hat for another day. Going to be windy again today.
Gonna be windy. Gonna be cold.
Yeah, it's not very nice out there. That's for sure. So yeah, good soup day. Yeah, it's time to bring out the feel-good food. You know, what do we call it?
Comfort food.
Comfort food. That's what I was trying to think of. Yeah. So comfort food.
Now, what is your go-to comfort food?
Macaroni and cheese.
That's good.
Like Velveeta shells and cheese, not just plain old mac and cheese.
I'm not a Velveeta guy.
Nothing with powdered cheese.
Powdered cheese.
Blah.
Powdered cheese.
Gross.
Powdered cheese.
Gross.
Powdered cheese.
Plastic cheese. Ish. No, you got to have. Well, I was going to say real cheese, but I suppose Velveeta seems more like plastic than.
Much less.
Oh my goodness.
For me though, my latest.
What's yours?
My latest comfort food is if I'm going to order out, I get Singapore chow mein fan from Hunan.
Ooh.
But if I'm making it, jambalaya has kind of been my latest comfort food.
Ooh.
I love making jambalaya, and it tastes good.
Well, I do love Chinese food too. We just did some takeout last Thursday, and oh gosh, it was so good. So good. I did beef lo mein and sweet and sour chicken.
Oh, that's nice.
Yum. Both great. All right. Coming up on 10 o'clock, I guess that's going to wrap it up for a Monday. So thank you for joining us. Our show today and every day is brought to us by Pioneer Care and by Fergus Monument Company. Have a great Monday.